chess match is constantly moving, and how important that communication is on a timely manner. You have to make those blocks, and if you miss it, that might be the opportunity that you need.
Two Toyotas to the bottom, and then sweep back up high and pick up Kyle Busch.
Doesn't tell you how long it was.
Fast, though, don't they?
Oh.
Yes, they do.
Oh.
What, wreck?
Yeah, sorry.
No, 4 to go. 4 to go. We're good. Oh, Reddick! Oh, that's not Reddick. Okay, thank God. Unreal! Big wreck. We're back live. Decided to go back live here for the last. Going to be a green-white checkered. I'm going to get it live on the stream because why not? I just got to hit this, hit interact. No, we need to sign in.
Oh,
what is this? Let me hide that. Why is this doing it?
I think David Reagan was well behind it. And
no, we're not going to see it. That's lame.
Ross Chastain. And it looks like he's taking the gloves off. The car will not fire for him.
We're going to have the race here live in just a second for you guys. 5 laps to go. We're going to get the live reaction. Just give me a second. It's coming down to a green-white checkered here.
Brad Keselowski just didn't know that he was going to go 3 wide into the middle and close the gap.
All right, we'll watch Smithley on the replay. There he is, the red number 13, and see how this unfolds. He's
imagine that Smithley.
Here comes a run off the trial where he goes to the middle, and Brad
surprised.
comes up. He came down a little bit. I just don't think Brad knew he was there and gave him enough room.
Well, that's that race. Yeah, that's that desperation race that we were talking about. I mean, he had to get ahead of Noah, and he was going for it right there. For him, put everybody in a pretty tough situation. That's the duels, man.
See, Gregson's the car. 62 was immediately in front of Smithley. That's who he was racing. Wasn't even thinking about Keselowski.
No.
One went down, one came up.
No, I mean, you know, there's kind of 2 races within the race.
Should be able to just screen share this anyway. Let's see.
Surroundings at all times. Boy, bummer for that Exalta Chevrolet. William Byron.
Well, that's a huge hit.
Big hit. Big hit to that race car. Going to have to bring out a backup car and not going to be starting the Daytona 500 on that front row.
Oh, my. Old YouTube's got her figured out.
So we will go to NASCAR overtime to finish this one. And here's the
lame. Well, you guys will just have to tune in just to hear my reaction of it. That's the way that's going to work. That's a stinker. Freaking YouTube. Yeah, if I can get it on NBC.com.
It's on Fox.
That's, yeah, exactly. So we're not going to do that.
Closed down on Smithley in just a split second.
Hoping to catch the last 3 green flag laps
road to be repaired. So Noah Gragson racing
of
memory of team owner
Daytona here.
Will not make the Daytona 500.
That's dual one. What are you doing? Is there a special website for Fox Sports for the? There is, right? For
Noah Gragson wanted to pull that off for this team and pay tribute to that owner.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Would have been a great Cinderella story had he made the 500.
And he was doing everything he needed to do.
Smithley's still going to try to fucking make it.
What is happening there?
Going to a backup and going to the rear of the field. They are still trying to look into the engine issues that Alex Bowman in that 48 car has.
We're live for the last 3 laps, guys, of the Duel 2. If anything, you're going to get a reaction to it, but my friend Scott here we're just going to watch his last 3 laps all together. react to the
William
finish.
Byron hit the wall with the rear of that car.
You're a
Any
little bit behind
chance
me,
of
right?
repairing that piece?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't rule it out.
I'm on,
I'm
Let's
sure
play.
that Rudy Frugel, the crew
They're
chief,
showing
they're
a
gonna
13
take
car
look.
for me
I'm
coming up
looking at
pit
it
road.
right now, though,
Yes,
there's, I believe the tail
Garrett
section is
Smithley
still
just took
on
out half the field, and Brad Keselowski, his primary Daytona car, possibly.
A multi-car crash will send us into overtime in duel number 2.
Why aren't you showing me the duels? How weird is that? FSGO doesn't have the duel right now.
Well, probably because it's delayed.
Ooh, I wonder if I get... Okay, we got live sound, so you guys can hear the end of the race and hear what the commentator's saying, and then you can see me freak out.
You ride, you get it. Geico Motorcycle. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
This would be so much cooler if I could show the race.
What time did that start? 9?
No pickles for me.
Started
Get
at
your
9.
faves like the McDouble or McChicken for a
It's
few
at
bucks. Only on
9:15.
McDonald's 1, 2, 3
Ended
dollar
at 11 or 12:08.
Renee is not
I just spelled it.
4 hours. Holy shit.
Renee runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. Because out here, you can't fake a job well done. Hear Renee's story at Deere.com.
I am where it begins. The season, the story, all of it. I am the one and only.
We're under commercial. We got 3 to go.
But for everyone involved, I am everlasting.
Got 3 to go for the Daytona Duel 2.
Why would I? This is what everyone dreams about. And for one, it all becomes reality. I am the Daytona 500. I am NASCAR.
I got some things to get off my chest, so I'm gonna go ahead and kick this one off. Receivers, notoriously divas, we know that. Really gonna say that as a player? Personality doesn't make plays. You went to Columbia? You're smart. What's the difference between the old school and the new school? Hey, ain't where you from, it's where you at. How many footballs were on the field at one time? Inherited 2, remaining 1.
Speak for yourself. Weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on FS1.
Have you seen the new Fox Sports app? Check this out. It's been designed so you can easily find everything that's important to you. You get all the top stories and scores, and then you tap here, and boom, you're watching sports live on Fox. You can also follow your favorite teams and players and get all the latest news and social updates. There are even bonus cameras. It's got everything. The all-new Fox Sports app. Get it? Use it. You'll love it.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoy today's broadcast.
What is the problem here? I can't do anything. I'm trying to sign into my direct TV thing. There it goes.
We go to NASCAR overtime. It's a 2-lap
1 to go.
The green flag will wave. And if
All
the
right.
leader makes it all the way around to the white flag under
That's pretty
green,
wild they're not
the
showing
next
the duel on
flag will end
FSGO.
the race, be it the caution or the checkered flag. If we
They
don't get to
said
the
they
white
probably
flag,
just
we will try it
didn't
again
think that anybody was going
and
to watch
again,
it
if
at 12
necessary.
o'clock at night.
I
Maybe,
heard
yeah.
a common theme there, Mike. If.
A lot of ifs.
And I'm not so. We called it though. We knew that first.
All right, guys, you hear it. We're about to go back racing. On the, of course, the duel number 2. Truex Jr. on the front row, green, white, checkered. Bubba Wallace in second. Kyle Busch third. Dylan fourth. Kurt Busch fifth. The closer, Kevin Harvick, in the number 4 Busch Light Machine in 6th. Brad Keselowski just got destroyed by Smithley, who was trying to race his way in tonight. That 3-car looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. You're going to want to watch that one, though, because you got Gralla in 14, Smithley in 15. Smithley has a lot of damage to that car. We'll see what Gralla can do if he can hold him off.
Gragson right there in the in 18th. I wonder. Oh boy, Kurt's out of fuel here on a restart. It's Kurt Busch out of fuel on a restart, getting ready to go back green. He got a little fuel back in it. He might be good to go. Wouldn't it be crazy if Busch came back to win this? I mean, he's not gonna. Ooh, Bubba on the bottom line, and he let Martin in.
Come on, AD3.
Here we go. Gibbs cars out front, all three. Austin Dillon up to the high side. He's got 2 Fords behind him.
There's going to be a run coming on the outside.
Haven't seen much of David Reagan, but he is now in 10th place. That's the transfer spot with his number 36 at the tail end of this pack.
His top 3 are getting spaced out a little bit. 18's going to have a good run here. Let's see what happens.
Right now, that race for 14th's getting... Oh, man, they're not going to do anything here because they got teammates out front. Maybe Harvard. Ooh, Bubba. Bubba might get him. Oh, baby. Bubba doesn't jump to the outside. Austin Dillon to the outside here.
Harvick.
And they got a big line behind Harvick and Dillon. Gibbs cars are, it's everybody against the Gibbs cars here.
Truex has got a big lead out front.
Yeah, Truex. Whoa, what's he doing down there? Truex, what are you thinking? He blocked no one. Bubba Wallace to the lead. Wallace to the lead.
Stopped on the apron.
I know the car stopped on the apron, about kills somebody. Wallace blocks Dillon. Dillon to the bottom. It's looking like Dillon. Oh!
Yeah!
Dillon gets the win. What a move. Power move. Dillon side drafts the hell out of Bubba. Bubba was blocking him as he should, and Bubba comes up short. Dillon wins it. Harvick in third, Busch in fourth, and Elliott, that's Kyle Busch in fourth. Kurt Busch started last on that restart, ended up ninth. Reagan makes the show. Kaz Gralla makes the show. Garrett Smithley goes home. Noah Gragson going home.
Who cares? Austin Dillon's the dual winner. Baby, that's
Austin Dillon gets the dual win. Shades of Dale Earnhardt. My dad's freaking out. I see the chat, baby. What was he doing? He's like, you know what? Instead of blocking either of them, let's just block the middle lane who's got no one in it.
He went up to block the 3, but they had too much momentum, and by then the 23 had momentum, so he was just screwed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Bubba. If that's for the 500, Bubba makes the late run.
Awesome's going to go right by him on the outside. Nice comeback, though.
Bubba ends up second, man. He might have a shot for something on Sunday. He's looking fast.
He's got a shot for something this year. That's for sure.
Yeah. Who knows? Could be a really good car.
Those things are basically Gibbs cars. This is literally a 5th Gibbs car.
Yeah, I don't know what Dillon did, though. Well, you think that was Dillon coming up, right? I think he was trying to slap him off his right rear to keep him from side drafting.
Maybe.
I want to see the roof cam of Bubba to see. It could have been the air pulled him over. More than likely.
I thought it was both of them kind of came down onto each other.
Yeah, gets all the air packed up under the spoiler. That's a beautiful number 3 car, man. I mean,
I like the one last year, personally, better than that one. Not saying that doesn't look good, but...
Who do you think the next driver of the number 3 is? That's the real question, right? Because you had Austin Dillon come in, kind of feed the gap, right? And now the 3 and the 8 are going to be there forever in Childersland, where it should be.
Nobody.
Dude, here's the thing. You think nobody, but now that would be saying, well, Austin Dillon could drive the 3 car behind Dale Earnhardt, but nobody's allowed to drive behind Austin Dillon. So realistically, you got to figure someone's going to hop in.
Yeah, but I mean, the only reason Dillon's in it is because Childress and Earnhardt had a thing. Like, the only person that's going to drive the 3 car is family. So it's either going to be Earnhardt or it's going to be relation to Childress.
Well, Haley Deegan's basically an Earnhardt. No, I'm just kidding. If she gets married into the family.
Yeah.
I want to see Bubba's left front. I don't know who the... Bubba's pissed finishes second.
It's okay for drivers to be hard on themselves. That's how we motivate ourselves to get out and do better. So, no, just hats off to my guys, 2311, for building a great DoorDash Toyota Camry. Tried to do all I could to help Truex there get Toyota a win. Appreciate Kyle for cutting me a lot of breaks. I know I got a lot to learn here, but all in all, it was a good night, but I got some learning to do.
All right, Bubba brings it home second.
Great result for that brand new.
He always craps on himself, man. Like a lot in the interviews after the race.
Yeah.
And it's funny because everybody's like, he's so cocky, and I'm like, every time he loses or runs worse than like 15. I mean, here he finished second, and he's pissed off at himself. Gotta respect that. Huh?
Honestly, it sounds a lot like you.
Yeah, it does sound a lot like me. I should stop doing it.
Too long to think about it. That's what happened. We all did, right? But man, I was happy with everything.
I like it.
I mean, a lot of torn up race cars. A lot of
you
people
came up short. You're trying to find your flaws, and you're learning from your mistakes. I like
it's true. That's exactly what I think after every race on iRacing. I mean, when I get out of the car in real life, I think about what I could have done better. But, you know, recently only getting to run, you know, a couple times a year. If I go up there and run top 5, I'm like, hell yeah, that was pretty freaking awesome. But, you know, always still looking back at that one moment or two. Fortunately, the last time we had a car that finished the race, it ran well. You know, where the car handling was there, or there wasn't a power steering or whatever. You know, just bad luck. But the last time we had a good car last year, you know, when we finished third, or the previous big one, and finished third, man, I was so ecstatic, and I felt like I left nothing on the table. That was one of those races where I got out, I finished third, but I was like, man, I did everything I possibly could to go win that race, and I finished third. I came up a little short, but I felt so good, where I feel like back in the day when I would get out of the car, I'd be like, man, I should have done this, I should have done that. Instead, I was aggressive and made the moves when I needed to make the move, instead of being too cautious. But I still look back and go, what could I have done better? But I just want to know I left everything on the table. If I do that, like Bubba probably feels like he didn't leave everything on the table because he didn't throw that last block, but it's the duel. You can't. You make that block, you destroy your primary car for a brand new team.
Yeah.
Not going to look good, you know? Going to look a lot worse. So you should be happy he came home second. You should be happy he was in it, you know?
On your Twitch stream?
Yeah.
How do you donate to you?
I don't think you can yet, because I have to get affiliated, so I'm working on that. I got to figure all that out, so I'll figure that out sometime this weekend.
Okay.
Austin Dillon wins duel number 2, guys. Thanks for joining in there for the last 3 laps of the Daytona duel. We're probably going to hop off. I just went back live to call the end of that, but that was cool. Bubba almost got the win in the 23, so I know a lot of people don't like that. But the number 3, Dale Sr. car, Austin Dillon car, comes home with the win, but a little bit of right rear damage. They may have to work on that. Right rear damage on him, and the left front damage on Bubba. Bubba tried to side draft, and Dillon, I feel like his air got sucked up. They got together there at the end, but Martin Truex with the worst block in the history of blocks. Like, I've never seen such a bad block in my life. He blocked the middle of the racetrack. There was nobody there. You hold the lane, make a guy go around you, probably would have been a better bet. But he learned maybe he'll go win the 500 on Sunday. But that's it. If you guys were tuning in, appreciate you joining in again. And I'm done. This time for real, for real.